Welcome to the Indigenous Policy and Administration program at Carleton University. This is a tutorial that will help you succeed in the online courses that comprise the Indigenous Policy and Administration program. You will have the opportunity to meet some of the professors in the program, as well as your classmates, by attending the Summer Institute, which is held on Carleton's campus. Following these summer courses, the rest of your courses in the IPA program will be taught entirely online. Online learning can take some time getting used to, but this tutorial will provide you with some tips on how to prepare for and succeed in the Indigenous Policy and Administration program. First, let's consider some myths about online learning. Some people might tell you that online courses are easier than regular face-to-face courses because you don't have to go to class. The fact is, you will have to work hard to keep up with online lectures, activities, and assignments. There is also a perception out there that online courses are lonely. This is not the case in the courses in the Indigenous Policy and Administration program. Your courses will involve a high degree of interaction with other students and with your instructors. You will regularly engage in online discussions with other students, and you will have plenty of opportunity to communicate with your instructors. Another myth about online courses is that you won't get much feedback from your instructors. While it's true that some types of online courses offer few opportunities for feedback, in your courses you can expect to receive personalized audio or written feedback on your assignments from your instructors. Your instructors are also available to talk on the phone, using online services such as Big Blue Button, or in person if you happen to be on campus. Finally, many people believe that online courses are entirely flexible and that there are no deadlines in online courses. This is not the case in IPA courses. While online courses offer some flexibility and allow you to choose when you will study, your courses will also feature regular deadlines. Let's take a few minutes to learn about some benefits of online learning. Although online learning can be challenging, there are some great benefits to learning online. While your online courses are highly structured, they also allow a high degree of flexibility. You can take your courses when and where you want. If it's convenient to do your coursework on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 a.m., that's fine, as long as it works for you and allows you to keep up with the class. You should be able to follow along with the courses while you travel as well. The online learning environment allows your instructors to observe and monitor your progress in the course. They'll know when you're downloading readings or watching videos and when you are falling behind. Finally, one of the greatest benefits of online learning is the fact that it will give you a chance to speak to a wide variety of students. Students in the Indigenous Policy and Administration program are often located all over the country, and many are taking this program while working in their communities. As a result, you'll find that you get to hear a broader range of perspectives and experiences than you might in a regular class. This opportunity to hear a huge variety of perspectives is one of the great benefits of online learning. All of your courses will be delivered through CU Learn, which is Carleton's online learning platform. Each course will have its own page. One of the most important things for you to do once you begin a course will be to understand all the different navigation elements of the course. Each course has a number of important elements that you should be aware of. The navigation bar on the left of your course page shows the table of course content section, which will give you an idea of all the content within the course page. On the navigation bar, you can see that the course content is divided into modules. Many of your courses will be like this, and this is one place that you can see and navigate to the modules. For instance, you can access materials for the different modules by clicking on Module 1, 2, or 3. Like the table of contents in a book, the tabs also show the sequence of content and course progression. On the right side of the course page, there are other useful tools. For instance, you'll see the email tool, which will allow you to send emails to your instructor or to your classmates. To send emails to your instructor or classmates, click the Compose New Email link. CU Learn will keep a record of emails you have sent. You can view the history of your emails by clicking on View History. In the Recent Activities block, you will also find a record of your activity in the course. Check and track recent activities in the course by clicking Recent Activities. The course homepage may be a bit different from course to course. On a course homepage, you will find information about the course, including the course outline, instructions for assignments, as well as course news and announcements. The Welcome section of the course homepage provides an overview of the main themes of the course. For example, this is the homepage for one of the courses in the Indigenous Policy and Administration program. You'll find the course outline or the course syllabus on the course homepage as well. The course outline or syllabus will provide you with details on the course content, course assignments, and due dates. The course outline will also contain information about important course policies, such as what to do if you have to submit an assignment late or if you need accommodations due to illness. Your instructors will often send you updates about things that are happening in the course or other important information. Most instructors will use the Course News and Announcements tool to send you new information and important updates. You can click on Course News and Announcements tool to see a record of all announcements. Most courses will be organized into weeks or modules. Each module might last 1 or 2 weeks. You can use the navigation bar to move to different modules. Some courses will use tabs, which will allow you to move through different modules by clicking on the appropriate tab. For example, I can move from Module 1 to Module 7 just by clicking on the tab. Each module will include a number of activities such as lectures and discussions or assignments. In this module, the learning outcomes for the module are listed as well as some of the main themes for the module. The module also includes a list of tasks for the module as well as important dates. There are also links to lecture videos, course readings, and assignments within the module, so everything you need for that module is placed together in one spot. This module includes a discussion activity. You can click on the discussion tool in order to participate in the discussion. Here's an example from another course. You can see that the instructor has included 2 videos, a discussion activity, as well as an exercise. Again, all the resources and instructions necessary to complete the assigned tasks can be found in the module, so you'll find that the links, icons, and tabs within the modules are really important. In some cases, all the instructions for assignments are gathered into one folder. Clicking on this icon will open the folder, and you can see assignments as well as rubrics. Rubrics are guides for grading assignments that some of your instructors might use. Looking at the rubric will give you a good idea of what exactly the instructor is looking for when grading your assignments. So understanding the rubric will help you to understand the expectations of the assignment. It's a good idea to take a look at the rubrics if they are provided. However, not all instructors will use rubrics. In each of your courses, you'll need to submit assignments. You can see the assignments in the Activities block. Click on the icon to upload your assignments. Your instructors might provide other instructions on what to submit with your assignment or the specific format they would like. Information about course evaluation and grading is usually outlined in the course syllabus or course outline. You can check your grades by clicking on the Grades icon in the navigation bar on the right-hand side of the page. Clicking on this icon will take you to a summary of your grades earned in the course. After you submit your assignments, your instructors will provide you with feedback. This can take the form of written or audio feedback. Most instructors will send you an email once the feedback is available. You can also check for feedback by clicking on the Assignments icon on the left-hand navigation bar. The Library for Indigenous Policy and Administration contains useful information and resources that can help you with your studies. If you need help navigating CU Learn, help is always available. You can always contact your instructor or TAs. In addition, you can contact CU Learn support or computing and communication services for help. Online learning can be challenging, but with the right preparation, it will be a rewarding experience. Your success in online courses will depend on a few factors. First, time management is extremely important. You can expect to spend at least 5 to 7 hours per week or more working on each of your online courses. Many of you will be working, taking care of family, or fulfilling other responsibilities while taking these courses. Finding a way to balance your coursework with other commitments will be key to your success. Second, in order to keep up with course assignments and readings, it is important that you work on your online courses on a regular basis. Ideally, you will set aside time during the same time each week in order to work on your online courses. We recommend that you log into your online courses at least 3 times a week to participate in learning activities, discussions, and to see if new information has been added. Third, many of your courses will have an online discussion component. Your active participation is expected and will make the course more interesting and enjoyable for both you and your classmates. Fourth, communication is very important. It's important to stay in touch with your instructor and to let them know if you are experiencing difficulties, if you have questions, or if you need to submit an assignment late or are taken away from your studies due to a family emergency or other issue. If for some reason you're unable to complete your assignments on time or participate in online discussions, it's important that you communicate this to your instructor. Finally, at the beginning of each course, your professors will provide you with information on the expectations, assignments, and grading for each course. It's your responsibility to make sure that you understand what is expected and to ask questions if the expectations are not clear. Even if you are well organized and well prepared, there may still be times during your studies when you feel overwhelmed. Balancing school, work, and life can be challenging. Here is some advice from previous students.
Engaging with the professors and the TAs, very helpful. Always willing to help out and help you understand. Sharing with the students and just making sure that, I had the time to really read through those things and understand them. I think that was, for me, the challenges. So just reach out to those people. It really helps. I enjoyed the diversity of the program. And what that means is there was several diversifications. There was the ways of learning. So we were able to go to communities and learn hands-on. We were able to share in lectures with prominent lawyers like Val Napoleon. We were able to join in the Institute for Ethics, the Research Council. And we were able to engage with other students at the very beginning of the program. So that gave us a base, and so I really enjoyed that part of it. The second part of that diversification is because it's online, we have many people from different places, so you have many perspectives to be able to share while you're learning. And I suppose the third diversification is the amount of material or all of the learning that you did. So you were not just touching on policy, but you were touching on financial management and how to manage, communities and law and just all of the different areas of study that was really diversified in the whole program.
So I definitely like the flexibility of the online program, that you're able to do your assignments and readings when you needed or when you wanted to, and how it fit into your schedule. But I also, I really found this course different in the fact that you're learning about more current Indigenous issues within Canada. So to me, that was the most interesting aspect of the program, as opposed to other university courses where it's more focused on history or the past. A lot of the course was focused on the present, if not the future.
Going to community. Going to Akwesasne, I had never been there. Learning what they're doing, that was very highlight for me. I think actually they're helpful. It's great to be able to come into the class and share with students in that way. But when you're thinking about if you're working and family, it's actually a good way to be able to allot your time, because you know the readings you have for that week, you know sort of the questions that you're going to be looking at the beginning of the week, so you can really formulate your time around that, and so I found that helpful.
It is very challenging, and my preference is to learn in class. So taking a course or a program that was 90% online was a bit scary to me. But I found that by working through it and just like going slowly, everything's there. So if you want to move ahead, you can, or if you kind of want to slow down, you can. So I found that to be interesting. But that being said, in my last semester, I took one course in class just for my own, for time management. I was able to easily come to school as opposed to take 2 courses online.
I don't know.
No.
I honestly don't know. I mean, you do it, right? It's something I wanted to do. The material is very interesting, so I just made time for it. I don't know. I just plugged through, kind of a blur like we were discussing earlier. Determination, I guess, that I wanted to get through this. I wanted to have this under my belt to go forward.
Since for the past 6 years, I've done university part-time. That's how I got my BA. So it was something that I was just already accustomed to. But that being said, definitely having a support system in place. So my support system was actually my husband. So he took on many roles. He took on like cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids, like in the home setting, but he also took on, like, he was like my editor and my advisor and my support. And like at nights when I felt like at some points like, oh, this is just too hard, I can't do this, he was there to always say like, you can do it. And by taking things slowly and one day at a time, everything is like temporary, right? So it all comes to an end, and that's it. And so definitely having a support system and keeping your kids, like making them understand how important it is to just carve out time to do homework. So if that means giving up certain things, then that's just what you have to do. So for example, like I used to always tell myself, so I quit watching TV when I was in the program. As much as I love watching TV, I used to tell myself, I can watch that show anytime, but I really have to get this assignment done. So for a year, I did not watch any TV.
It's difficult in the other respect that you're not engaging with other students all the time. But because of the way the program's set up, so that you meet the other people in the program at the beginning of the program, you're able to form alliances, and you can share some of the reading, share some of your perspective with those other students, and kind of just gauge that you're understanding what you're hoping to understand. So I think the setup of it helped in that challenge, because for me, some of the readings were quite scholarly, and I needed to, take out the dictionary and just bounce off somebody else that I understood what was really being said in that. So I think that was challenging, but helpful that we made that alliance at the beginning.
So definitely understanding why, like reminding yourself why you're in the program, because life happens, things get hard, school gets hard, but if you can ground yourself and remind yourself why you took this program, or any program for that matter, it gives you the strength to continue. And knowing that in 12 weeks or 2 weeks it'll be all finished, you just have to keep your eye on the end game, and that's kind of what gets you through. And sometimes you get through and you're like, I don't even know how I did that, but you make it through. I built friendships with a few other people in the first 2 weeks of the course in the Summer Institute, and so they were my, I guess, academic peer support. So we would share that information on Facebook, like, oh, we're having trouble with this assignment, so we kind of like all just work together to get it done. But yeah, definitely having that in place makes you successful. My advice to students is just to continue and remember why you applied for this program, and like by moving forward and keeping your eye on the end game and graduating is what's going to make you successful. And just to remember that you didn't make it here by chance, you made it here because of your will and your drive to be part of this program, because not just anyone can get into this program.
When taking online courses, you will spend a lot of time using your computer and the internet. In order to complete these courses, you will need access to a reliable internet connection. If you do not have reliable high-speed internet at home, you should locate a place such as a library or your workplace where you can access reliable internet. Remember that many public internet access points are somewhat unreliable. It's your responsibility to make sure that you have a reliable internet connection that will allow you to fully participate in your courses. Beyond having access to the internet, you will need to be familiar with the functions of your computer. In some courses, you might be asked to create video presentations or engage with other new software. You do not need any special equipment for this. A webcam will be useful but not necessary. Most computers and laptops today come with built-in webcams. Being familiar with your computer will help you complete assignments. You may be asked to use programs that are unfamiliar. Be assured that you will always be provided with instruction on how to use these tools, but it's important that you come with a willingness to learn, and it's your responsibility to ask for help when something is not clear. This concludes our tutorial introducing you to the online features of the Indigenous Policy and Administration program. If you have any questions, please get in touch with your instructors. Your instructors are looking forward to getting to know you and are ready to help you succeed in this program.